Hello, welcome to the New American Colleges and Universities Virtual College Fair. I'm Jessica, I'm your facilitator for the evening. I have a few housekeeping notes for you. I'm gonna go through them right now. First one, your cameras and microphones are turned off, so you're muted. The presenters cannot see or hear you. You can ask questions by using the Q&A button anytime during the presentation. Make sure that you're signing up for many of the sessions that are happening tonight and also tomorrow. They can be found on the website. Also, this session is being recorded and will be available along with the other sessions of the evening at strivescan.com/NACU. I'll just turn over to Michelle to give you a welcome.
Thanks so much, Jessica. And thank you to everyone for joining us today to learn more about campuses that are part of the New American Colleges and Universities. You might be wondering what all of them have in common. Well, they all combine liberal arts, professional preparation, and civic engagement. But why are these three things important? Well, professional preparation might be the easiest one to cover. Many people go to college because they want to be prepared for a career. But students at NACU campuses connect the classroom to the real world through coursework, internships, and other methods, so they graduate with the skills and experience needed for their chosen professions. The reality, however, is that the job market changes rapidly. So the most successful people are able to adapt to these changes if they have a strong foundation in skills such as reading, writing, and problem solving that apply to many different jobs. Liberal arts courses help you to build these skills. Lastly, civic engagement helps students achieve a sense of fulfillment by applying their skills to help others or to find solutions to issues in our world. But each campus is very unique in its own ways. So let's hear from some of them. I'll turn it over to John at Nazareth College.
Fabulous. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, let me share my screen here. Okay, so thank you for having me, and pleasure to be on this Zoom call tonight. I'm from Nazareth College and a proud member of New American Colleges and Universities. So I'll take a minute here just to talk a little bit about Nazareth College. And, this is right from our mission statement. And really, it says it all, in my opinion. It's that Nazareth seeks students who want to make a difference in the world. And in their own world and the world around them. And it just, to lead a fully informed and actively engaged life. I think it really says it all. And so if this sounds like you, and you're looking for a place that's going to challenge you to become this type of person, this type of student, then we think Nazareth College would be a great fit for you. And so when you look a little bit about, when you look at Nazareth and you look at what makes us really unique is that we're really committed to what we call community and belonging. And one of the things that means is that every student has a place on our campus, no matter who you are, no matter your background, where you come from, your ethnicity, your race, your religion, your sexuality, doesn't make any difference. You have a place at Nazareth College. And so we're committed to this through what we call our community and belonging office, where we have all different ways for students to interact and engage with people on campus that will support you no matter what. And so this is big for Nazareth College, and that's something that we're very proud of. A little bit about the college in terms of who we are and where we come from. And you can see here that our students are coming from 33 different countries. We're a small school. We pride ourselves on being a small private school. Less than 20 students is the average in our classes, a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We really are about being a small private school. And that has led to our success with the Fulbright scholarship. And we've had a number of Fulbrights, as you can see here, over the last several years, and something we're proud of. And that's because not every student comes to Nazareth College as a finished product, meaning that they are ready to jump into the Fulbright when they enter Naz as a freshman. But by the time they're a junior, faculty have been able to work with students and recognize their talents and abilities and skills and say, hey, we think you ought to try out for a Fulbright scholarship. And they help those students kind of achieve that success through their coaching. And because we're that small private school, there's that level of interaction that our students have with faculty. And as a result, we've produced a number of Fulbrights that we're very proud of for being such a small private school. when you look at NAS, holistic education is big. So when you look at everything about the person, so it's the academic experience, it's the intellectual experience, it's the health and well-being of our students, it's the experience they have outside the classroom. When you look at Nazareth College, that's what we're about. It's all of it. It's not just the learning that takes place inside the classroom, but the learning that takes place outside the classroom and throughout your 4 years at the college. And we're going to talk a little bit more about experiential learning in just a second. We have a number of different pathways for our students. We have over 60 majors, and we're confident that you'll find something that you spark to, even though it might not be something that you're thinking of coming in as a freshman. We're pretty confident that you'll find something that you like as you're going through the program. We're adding new majors. You can see some of these new majors that have come up, whether it's global sustainability or sports and entertainment management. These are all new kind of cutting edge innovative programs that we're excited about. Our Artificial Intelligence Institute has created 3 new majors. So we're always looking to meet kind of those student demands and interests. When it comes to experiential learning, that's a really big part of what takes place at NAS. And so experiential learning can be an internship, it can be a Fulbright, it can be a job on campus, off campus, study abroad. There's a lot of different ways that our students can interact and engage outside the classroom. In some majors, for our health and human service programs, for example, those students will engage in clinical work off campus and around the country. For those that are interested in education, they're gonna do their experiential learning when they're observing classes and they're doing their student teaching. So there's a lot of different ways our students can have this experiential learning process and piece outside of the actual academic experience, outside the classroom experience. And it really makes a big difference. Part of that experience is the global citizenship piece. And what I mean by that is we want our students to graduate understanding the world that they will be entering after their 4-year bachelor's degree. And there's a number of ways that we do this, but we want to make sure that they're cognizant and recognize what the world will be like after they graduate, and that they're prepared and that they're ready for it. And so we do a lot to make sure our students have those opportunities. And one of the ways we do that is we have a $4,000 Spark grant. And the way it works is every student is given $1,500. It's cash. It's a grant that you apply for. Almost every student who applies for it is given the Spark grant. And this is money that you can use to help pay for a study abroad experience, or you can use towards rent if you're doing an internship in New York City, or whatever it might be, spending money to do something while you're abroad. You can put it towards a flight, or you can put it towards housing. There's so many different things that you can do. So that is our Spark grant. Okay, and then lastly here, I just want to talk quickly about app requirements for Common App. And you can see that we need the college transcript, letters of rec, essay. We're optional. I'll close on this. Nazareth College went test optional back in 2007 for the 2008 school year. We've been test optional for a long time. So we know what we're doing, and we're very proud to be test optional today in 2021 and 22. So thank you. Thank you, Jessica.
Absolutely. Thank you. So next up, we have Wagner College.
Hi there, I'm Stephanie Grasulo, an admissions counselor at Wagner, and as an alum of the school, I can honestly say that I lived and loved the Wagner experience. We have so much to offer, but the best thing about Wagner is that you get an intimate learning experience while having all the perks that a larger university would offer. So I want to start off with some quick facts about Wagner. We're located in Staten Island, New York. That's one of 5 boroughs of New York City. And Staten Island is somewhat of a unique borough. There's a lot more green spaces. It's a bit more residential, and you definitely see that on our campus, on our beautiful 100-acre campus. We are a small school. We have about 1,800 undergraduate students and about 375 grad students, but we are tiny but mighty. We have students from about 45 different states and 29 different countries. So it goes without saying that the majority of our students do live on campus. The perks of being a smaller school also extend it right into that classroom. We have a 14-to-1 faculty to student ratio, so you get lots of professor attention, lots of relationships with your professors. They're really going to know you. And it's very rare that there be a lecture style classroom. Our typical class sizes are 19 to 22 students per class. We have about 40 different majors, minors, and programs. Some of our most popular are business, sports administration, nursing, health sciences, education, music education, and so much more. And our two most competitive majors are theater performance and physician assistant, meaning that they require a somewhat separate application process. This right here is a bird's eye view of Wagner's campus. As you can see, no building is really too far from another one, which is nice on a really hot day or on a really cold day, because you definitely get all of the seasons in New York. And I just want to talk a bit about campus life, because that is a big part of who we are. We have about 70 different clubs and organizations, so there's lots of ways for you to get involved on our campus. We also have Division I athletics, which is pretty unique for a small school. And that's great if you are an athlete or not, because there's lots of school spirit and camaraderie going around our campus every day. We also have Greek life. It's about 12 to 15% of students. So it's there for those who want it, and those who don't want it don't have to have anything to do with it. I was involved in Greek life when I was at Wagner, and I had a great time, but I was friends with people who weren't. So it's definitely not an us and them. And I mentioned theater performance is one of our most competitive majors. So with that, you get some awesome performances that happen right on campus that you can check out for free. And a lot of times those students do end up on Broadway or behind the scenes on Broadway. So it's cool to say you saw them first. And civic engagement and community service is a really, really big part of who we are. And there's lots of ways for you to get involved on Wagner's campus, on Staten Island, on all the boroughs, and throughout the US and even abroad. This right here is the view from where our men's football team plays. That is what you're looking at, is the Verrazano Bridge. It connects Brooklyn and Staten Island. So definitely not a bad way to spend your afternoon supporting your Seahawks. And this is where our men's baseball team plays, at the Richmond County Savings Bank Ballpark. And what you're looking at is Lower Manhattan. So again, not a bad way to spend an afternoon. And that takes me to my next point, which is, we like to say we have the New York City advantage. We help bridge the connection between Staten Island and Manhattan. And we do that with our shuttle. It runs 7 days a week from about 6 a.m. to about 12:30 a.m. It will take students from campus to the Staten Island ferry. That's a 10-minute shuttle ride. And once you're on the ferry, you just hop right on and you could be in Manhattan in 25 minutes. So from campus to Manhattan, round trip, 40 minutes, and it's all fast, free, and easy. And it's why our students are taking advantage of internship opportunities as early as freshman year. And by senior year, all of our seniors are required to have an internship. It's built into their curriculum. And outside of all that, it's just really nice to be so close to Manhattan for fun and leisure, to just go check out a restaurant everyone's talking about, or go see a Broadway play. So it's nice to be in the hustle and bustle of it, but have a nice quiet campus to come back to. Just some quick admissions information. Our typical GPA is about a 3.5 or an 89-90 average. If you are sending in your scores, you look for a 26 on the ACT or a 1200 on the SAT. And I say if, because we are a test optional school. We've been test optional for about 10 to 15 years now. So it's up to you, except if you are applying for our physician assistant program. In order to remain accredited, we have to require scores. We have 2 deadlines. December 1st is early action for most majors. However, if you're applying for our PA, theater performance, or design, technology, and management, you must apply by December 1st. And everyone else, if you want to wait a little bit longer, you need some time. February 15th is our regular decision deadline. Interviews and auditions are required for our PA, theater performance, and DTM majors. But if anyone else would like an interview as a part of your application, just reach out and we'll be happy to set that up. At Wagner, we like to say that we are creating futures. We've been named one of the colleges that creates futures by the Princeton Review, as well as consistently rates one of the best colleges in the US. And this slide right here kind of sums up all the different students that represent us at Wagner, from the health sciences to STEM to the arts to business, finance, all of that. We have those students on campus and we help them reach their goals. And here are just a couple of different ways you can connect with us. We're available on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Wagner College, and Admissions has our own Instagram at Wagner Admissions. And right now we have a fun promotion going on. If you follow our admissions Instagram, Wagner Admissions, and DM the account, just let them know you were here today, you heard from me, and you'll receive a fee waiver code to use on the Common App. And that right there is my email. So please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about Wagner. I'm more than happy to help you, and I do hope we talk soon. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you. So next up, we have Ohio Northern University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Deb Miller, and I am our Director of Admissions. I've now been at Ohio Northern for close to 30 years. So I am a proud polar bear. And as you can see from this slide, we are celebrating our 150th year. So it is a big, big happy birthday for us. So we're very excited about that. And also having some special events on campus. We do have a tree lighting ceremony coming up in November, so this month. We also hosted Beauty and the Beast on campus and performed Beauty and the Beast on campus at our lovely Performing Arts Center. So that we're doing some special events for our 150th year. A couple of things that I want to point out to you. So some very quick stats. We're a little bit over 3,000 students, as you can see, coming from 36 different states, including Alaska and Hawaii, and 26 different countries. Our average ACT is a 27 and SAT is a 1280. And we are also test optional like many of the other schools. Our average GPA this past year was a 3.8 with an average class size right around 18. But we do have fewer than 30 students in almost 90% of our classes on campus. Our student faculty ratio is 11:1. And we do have 62 majors and 53 minors on campus. So a large variety to choose from. So even if you decide that you want to switch majors, we have many different programs for you to choose from. 5 separate colleges on campus, with 4 of those being undergraduate colleges. So you can see arts and sciences, business administration, engineering, and pharmacy. And then we do also have a graduate school of law. With our 4 undergraduate colleges, we are direct entry in many things. So we're direct entry pharmacy. We're one of 706 direct entry schools in the country, meaning that once you apply as a high school student, you are considered from day one and start pharmacy classes. So those students get 6 years of pharmacy as compared to 4 at most of the pre-pharmacy schools. Our College of Engineering and our College of Business also are direct entry programs. And in the College of Arts and Sciences, we do have nursing, which is also a direct entry program. So these are all very unusual to be in that situation. We focus, 2 big focuses are high impact practices and also outcomes. So what do I mean by high impact practice? So learning by doing. So one of the things that you're going to see on campus is a big focus on internships, on externships, on study abroad, on experiential learning. So in our environmental and field biology program, you're going to see a whole field semester where the whole semester is actually off campus. So they're out diving in the field, playing in water. As I say, playing, obviously testing water and doing different things there. You're going to see we have a nature center in Tuscarawas County, which is about 3 hours from campus, and also a local farm near us that we use as a lot of our testing ground and testing sites. We do also, with our forensic biology program, have a crime scene investigative house on campus or near campus. So that is used very frequently with that program too. You do see we do have, as a freshman, there's a first year experience that is required of every single major on campus. So those high impact learning practices lead directly to our successful outcomes. We had a 95% job and graduate school placement rate for our class of 2020. And that's with over 96% of our students reporting. So our report rate is significantly high, which is almost unheard of. Because of that, Zippia, which is a placement website, has recognized us as #1 in Ohio and #3 in the United States for our students getting jobs after graduation. So it's nice to have somebody from the outside patting us on the back for that high recognition. We also have been recognized in U.S. News and World Report as #3 for Midwest regional colleges. This is just a brief slide of a few of our career placements. So some of our most recent placements that you're going to see Deloitte, Corning-Cocosing, obviously Walt Disney, the Cubs. So again, a few of our recent placements there. And then some of our more recent graduate schools. So again, some great schools, not only in the state of Ohio, but also around surrounding states. Applications. So we are free to apply. And with that free application, excuse me, with that free application, we have our application and also a common application. So it is free for both of those apps. We don't have any specific deadlines, but encourage you to apply by December 1st for highest scholarship consideration. To complete that admissions file, we would need the application, a high school transcript, ACT or SAT scores are optional. And then for our College of Pharmacy, we do encourage a letter of recommendation and also an essay. Excuse me. Finally, From the financial aid perspective, we roll out with our scholarships once admissions is done. So once a student receives an admissions decision, we do send out that scholarship decision almost a week to a week and a half following the admissions application. We do use super scores, and we also use weighted GPAs are considered for those, and the scholarships are renewable for 4 years. From the FAFSA filing, the FAFSA went live, obviously, as you know, October 1st. So there is our school code. And then we encourage you to file the FAFSA as soon as you can. A listing of our scholarships. As you can see, we run from 16 to 23,000. So again, a very high level of scholarships for you. And then I just wanted to wrap up with Residence Life and also a large variety of opportunities from the Residence Life perspective and our student life. So thank you very much. Enjoy and best of luck with your academic year.
All right, thank you so much. So next up, we have Florida Southern College.
Right. Well, good evening, everyone. So excited you are here to join tonight. My name is Joe Madigan. I serve as the Director of Undergraduate Recruitment Outreach at Florida Southern College. Excited to share a little bit more about Florida Southern here with you tonight. A little bit of background on Florida Southern College. We are actually one of Florida's oldest private schools, been around since 1883, and we are located almost approximately halfway in between Orlando and Tampa in Lakeland, Florida. About 30 minutes to the east of us is the Walt Disney World Resort. About 30 minutes west of us is downtown Tampa. And our community at Florida Southern College is made up of approximately 3,000 total undergraduate students, with about 600 to 700 graduate students as well. About 60% of our students are from the state of Florida, and about 40% of our students are from outside the state of Florida. Our students represent 46 different states and territories in the United States and approximately 50 different countries. Florida Southern is getting a lot of recognition recently, as we were just recognized the #8 top university in the South, as well as US News and World Report ranked us #10 overall for innovation. Our programs in business and nursing highly rated. And I always love to tout that Florida Southern College's campus is always within the top 20 most beautiful campuses in America by the Princeton Review. But that's probably not where you're starting your college search. Here at Florida Southern College, we offer over 70 different academic programs to study, as well as 16 different pre-professional tracks spread across 5 different schools. We offer accelerated degree programs as well, where you can earn your bachelor's and master's degree in less time, such as our 4+1 programs in business, education, and accounting. You can go all the way up to a doctorate in physical therapy here at Florida Southern, or nurse practitioner, and you can even see some of our most popular majors here at Florida Southern include our biology and marine biology programs, our direct admit nursing program, where you start right away in nursing classes, our business program here consistently ranked in the top 50 in the nation by Forbes Magazine, US News and World Report, and Washington Monthly. And we have outstanding fine arts programs as well, with theater, music, or maybe you're more kinesthetic with majors like exercise science. We're a liberal arts college at our core, so no matter what major you choose, you're going to get a well-rounded education. And speaking of your education, it's about you here at Florida Southern College. We believe in experiential engaged learning at Florida Southern. We learn by doing. For example, science students started research their first semester, first year here with the Tiny Earth Network, where they take soil samples, bringing them into our state-of-the-art labs here on campus for microbial cultures that they're searching for that can be cultivated into antibiotics. Or maybe students in nursing starting in our laboratories right away, or maybe you're more interested in going out in the Tampa estuary as part of our marine biology program and studying the effects of climate change on crab populations. Our average class size at Florida Southern is 17 students. 100% of our classes are taught by faculty and professors, and you'll be advised by them as well, making sure that you're graduating on time here at Florida Southern. That experience not only extends on the campus, but off the campus as well. We offer 3 unique guarantees to each and every student here at Florida Southern, which include the opportunity to study abroad, complete an internship, and graduate in 4 years' time. For example, we have our Junior Journey program where students can go abroad for 7 to 10 days over a fall break or a winter break. Our students just went to Bimini in the Bahamas just 2 weeks ago to study shark research and shark tagging in Bimini in the Bahamas as part of our study abroad opportunities. The best part of our study abroads too is most of them are embedded in the cost of the college tuition here, whether you do them over a fall break, winter break, or spring break, a Maymester, or a full semester abroad. Every student is guaranteed an internship at Florida Southern regardless of major, as employers are looking for you to have this hands-on opportunity post-graduation, which, speaking of which, our graduation rate here at Florida Southern College means that students are getting out of Florida Southern with their bachelor's degree at about 85% rate. That means that students are getting the opportunity to know what classes they need to take, stay on track and on time, which leads to outcomes. Our outcome rate at Florida Southern is 95%, meaning students getting into jobs, gainful employment, graduate schools within 6 months after graduation. This is the experience you have here, which also, speaking of the experience, we guarantee housing for students at Florida Southern. 16 different residential options and 10 different dining options for you as well. To whet your appetite, we have Starbucks on campus, Steak and Shake. We also have our Boar's Head Deli, our public sub shop on campus. We have our brand new pretzel maker and our brand new beautiful computer science building, home of our artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and autonomous vehicle creation labs on campus. There is something for everyone here at Florida Southern. We're home of Division II athletic programs with 20 varsity sports recruitment managed by our coaches for everything from basketball, baseball, soccer, lacrosse, cross-country track, volleyball, just to name a few of the sports here. We even have Division I NACU esports. Check us out on Twitch, whether that be for Rocket League, Overwatch, and our Collegiate League of Legends team currently ranked in the top 25 in the nation. Speaking of something for everyone, over 100 different clubs and organizations, from Greek life to campus ministries, to maybe more interested in community service to intramural sports. No matter your background, no matter what you believe, no matter where you come from, you're welcome. And you're going to find a home here at Florida Southern. That's our cornerstone and our honor code. I want to take the last couple of moments here, just 30 seconds to a minute, to talk about our admissions and application process. We do not charge an application fee at Florida Southern. It's free to apply. If you're a senior, I hope you'll fill out the common application, the coalition application, or our own online application. We are accepting regular decision applications right now on round 1 till December 1st. Our final deadline is March 1st. The same time you're reviewed for admission, we are a test optional school where you can submit scores. You're automatically considered for scholarships this year, which range between $7,000 and $25,000 per year. As a final note, for our Florida students here tonight, we accept Bright Futures, we accept Florida Prepaid, and any state-based aid. We would love to welcome you to campus for a tour. We are open for visits, and my contact information is here as well. Come on down to the beautiful state of Florida, grab some sunshine, get out of that cold weather if you're in the north or the Midwest. We'd love to welcome you here. I'll turn it back over to Jessica to introduce our next presenter.
Thank you so much. So next up, we have Belmont University. Oh, you're muted, Lily.
Thank you. Hello. I'd like to. Good evening. My name is Lily Scott, and I am so excited to get to share with you all about Belmont University this evening. Here we go. Awesome. Here we go. Great. Awesome. Welcome to Belmont. So excited to get to share with you all this evening. Want to share a little bit about with you about Belmont University. We are a medium-sized institution here in Nashville, Tennessee. Our total population is about 8,700 students with an undergrad at about 7,150. We enrolled our largest class to date this fall. We had nearly 2,500 new undergraduate students, which is super exciting. So even as we've continued to grow our student body, we've continued to grow our faculty as well so that we can maintain those small class sizes. Our average class size here at Belmont is 18 students. We have a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Here at Belmont, you'll never have a TA teaching one of your classes. A lot of our faculty members do hold terminal degrees. Just to share a little bit of geographic information as well, we have students from every state and over 25 countries represented here on campus, and over 77% of our students come from outside of Tennessee. So what does that mean for campus life? That means that we have a vibrant campus life. We have students coming from all over, so there's always lots to do. Speaking of lots of things to do, we are here in Nashville, Tennessee, and this city is booming. There are so many great opportunities for our students here in Nashville. We like to say that the city of Nashville is our students' playground. So we want our students to have as much real world experience as possible. So 71% of our graduates held at least one internship during their time here. It's not uncommon for students to have anywhere from 3 to 5. So here at Nashville's University, we want to reflect what is happening in the city, in the industry here on our campus. So our top 3 most popular majors by size are going to be music business, nursing, and audio engineering technology. You may know Nashville is Music City. We're right here by Music Row. We're less than 2 miles from downtown Nashville. We are the healthcare capital of the United States. So 3/4 of the nation's hospitals are serviced in some way by a company out of Nashville. We are delighted to be adding to the healthcare industry and opening a College of Medicine here in the next few years. We're also a fashion capital. We are a Christ-centered, student-focused institution. And so if you are looking to grow in your faith during your time in college, we have so many ways that you can get involved. You are not required to be a Christian to be a student here. We welcome students of all faith backgrounds or no faith background. We want all of our students to feel welcomed, loved, and accepted here at Belmont. We do have 2 required religion courses. Past that, we have lots of optional ways that students can get involved on campus. We are a liberal arts institution like the other schools here on the call, and so we want our students to be well-rounded. We have over 105 different programs of study that our students can pursue, and each year we continue to add new majors, which is super exciting. So this year we added photography, illustration, supply chain management, film and TV writing, and teaching English as a second language. So our students can start taking major specific classes day 1. You're not waiting until your junior or senior year to get into those major specific classes. You can start doing that as soon as you come and start at Belmont. Regarding student life, we have lots of great ways that our students can get involved. We have over 165 different student organizations and clubs. So pretty much anything that you can think of, we probably have it here on campus. So lots of great ways to get involved. We're so proud of our 17 NCAA D1 athletic team. So we are currently a part of the Ohio Valley Conference, and as of next fall, we will be in the Missouri Valley Conference. So as a student, you can attend any of these events for free, and we love to cheer on our fellow Bruins. I want to talk a little bit about the application process, what that looks like, what's required. We have 2 different ways that you can apply. So you can apply online through our Belmont application or through the Common App. We do not have a preference, whichever application you would rather fill out. Same questions, just a little bit of a different format and different portals. We are test optional now for good, which is really exciting. So this is our second term of being test optional. So we're super excited about that. So if you would like to send an ACT or SAT, we now recognize super scores, which is super exciting. We don't have any set admissions requirements. And so all of the numbers that you'll see are just going to be averages. So here are the middle 50% of test scores should you choose to send those in. There is equal consideration for scholarship and for admission, regardless of whether or not you send in those test scores. We'll need an official high school transcript sent to us from your school, and the only letter of recommendation that we require is from your school counselor. Now, with scholarships, your application for admission also is your application for merit scholarship consideration. So you're automatically considered for any and all merit scholarships that you might be eligible for. So our general academic merit scholarships range from $3,000 to $10,000. If you qualify at that highest level, you're also considered for most competitive scholarships. For need-based aid, we encourage our families to file the FAFSA, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. And this is how we will assess need-based aid. So we encourage our families to file the FAFSA. I want to share a few different social media accounts so you can see a little bit more of what is happening behind the scenes. Last week, we just had the inauguration of our new president. So we had a Ferris wheel on campus, which was super fun. In a few weeks, we will be recording Christmas at Belmont, which will be aired on December 20th. So be on the lookout for that on your local PBS network. We're super excited about that. We'll have about 650 students who will be performing as part of Christmas at Belmont. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will toss it back over to Jessica. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Lily. So next up, we have Drury University.
Hey guys, go ahead and share my screen with you guys. This is hiding my little Okay, so I'll go ahead and introduce myself, and if anyone who's watching wants to go ahead and scan that QR code kind of while I'm talking, it'll just take you to a little flip book kind of to keep the Drury spirit with you even after I'm done talking. But hi, I'm Haley. I'm an admissions counselor for Drury University. I actually just graduated from Drury this past May, so a lot of what I know about Drury comes from the student side and not so much the staff side yet. But yeah, I will go ahead and switch. Hopefully everyone has had enough time to look at that QR code. So these are just kind of the general numbers that you're going to see. The two most important things that I like to really touch on here is obviously our student to faculty ratio. It's something that everyone's kind of talked about tonight. So, it's 13-to-1. We like to have the small class sizes. We like students to be able to kind of meet their professors, and, when it comes time to potentially look into grad school or other professional programs, it's really helpful, especially having letters of recommendations that are sometimes required. We'll also have any class sizes. I've never seen a class over 20. That comes from my personal experience too. And the other thing I wanted to talk about kind of is briefly touch on how to apply. So I only need a few things if you guys are interested in applying. So I need your high school transcript. That's pretty normal. I need you to fill out an application. So that can either be the one on the Drury website, or you can fill out the Common App. It doesn't matter to us. So I need one of those. And then we are test optional. So if you want to send us your ACT or SAT scores, we will take them. Or if you feel you don't like your test scores, or maybe you haven't had the chance to take it yet, or you don't want to take it, we can go ahead and also take an essay or a writing sample. I've had people turn in papers that are just papers for classes. It's pretty easy, and especially if you're looking to hit that. So we have a few deadlines coming up. So we have one coming up on November 15th. So coming up pretty fast. And in order to be accepted for that, you get an additional $1,000 per year. So it's a renewable scholarship. Doesn't commit you to Drury in any way at all. It's just our way of saying thanks for being on top of it. And so in order to qualify for the priority deadlines I'm going to talk about, you need to have your FAFSA on file and sent to us, and I need you to be accepted. So it's pretty easy. We're really quick about turning around our applications. It's usually less than a week before you have your decision. We like to be really on top of it because we know how stressful it can be. So yeah, the first deadline is November 15th, second deadline, February 1st, but we do have rolling admissions. So if you are looking to not necessarily get the renewable scholarships, you are totally more than willing to apply or able to apply any other time. A little bit kind of about where we're located. So we're located in Springfield, Missouri. We are the third largest city in Missouri, behind I think St. Louis and Columbia. So we are really awesome. I grew up here actually, and it's the convenience of a city and the feeling of a small town is how I like to describe it. So this is kind of our downtown nightlife area. So you've got the Galois. They'll have anywhere from like local comedians to like some bigger name artists, whether that's concerts or shows. Sometimes they do movies there too. It's really fun. And then this is kind of a view of just overall downtown Springfield. On the bottom left, you can see, if you guys aren't from the Midwest, you guys probably haven't heard of Andy's before, but it's one of our favorite dessert places in town. Their frozen custard is amazing. And those are just some of our international students joining in. And then we've got the pub crawl kind of bike trolley ride. And then of course on the right, you've got our Christmas tree lighting that happens every single year, super magical. If you guys aren't interested in city life, or maybe you're interested in city life, but you want to take a break every now and then, we're also super conveniently located to a bunch of different nature spots, whether you want a hammock on campus, off campus, so you want to go kayaking. We also have fantastic caverns, which is maybe like a 20 to 30 minute drive away. If you're interested in just kind of leaving for the weekend or just taking a little reprieve from school, it's really awesome, and we're super conveniently close. As far as when you are on campus, kind of housing looks like, we have co-ed and single gender housing options. We do ask that all freshmen live in dorms, unless you're exempt. So if you live, there's a plethora of different reasons, but if you live like less than 30 miles away, so say you're from the area, or if you're over 21, we'll do that too. Of course, if you're married or have kids, those are all reasonable accommodations that we're willing to make. But other than that, We are a really residential campus, so we do ask that a lot of people stay. And I lived on campus all 4 years, even though my parents live in Springfield, so I could have easily lived at home or lived off campus. But I think that part of what makes the Drury difference is that you're residential and that you get to, see all of the people that you live with on your way to class. So I think the big question here is probably why Drury. So, liberal arts colleges can be expensive, especially private universities like Drury University. But the thing is that we also have a lot of merit-based scholarships. So they range anywhere from $12,000 to $20,000. And if we have any IB students on this call and any international baccalaureate students, if you get that diploma, you're automatically qualified for our highest ranking scholarship, which is $20,000, and that is per year. So that'd be $80,000 if you decide to do a 4-year program. And of course, if you decide to do 5, we'll honor that for that 5th year. And then a lot of students come to Drury because they're looking to fuse their profession and their life. So their passions. So something that we like to do is, I'll just go ahead and finish up real quick, is we like to talk about how, you can get your major and your minor, but sometimes you still have to take elective classes. We wanted to be able to give you something out of those elective classes, should you choose to do so. So you can get different certificates and any of these things. And you can put something on your diploma or on your resume. So you're not just taking electives to get to the certain number of credit hours, but you're also taking electives to boost your resume, boost your diploma. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know, but the next step would probably be to visit campus and apply. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. If I could ask all my college representatives to come back to the screen, please. We have a few questions that I would love for you to answer for our audience, just to be able to give them some tips and some suggestions as they're going through this process. So the first question I have for the group is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll present in the same order, basically. All right.
I would say keep an open mind and make sure you visit campuses. It's super important to get out and visit a number of different campuses. And while you're doing it, just keep an open mind.
Yeah, my advice kind of goes off of what John said. I just don't put yourself in a box. You may think you know where you want to go to school and exactly what you're looking for, but try different things. Of course, visit campuses if you can. If maybe you're checking out a school that's a little bit further, there's so many virtual opportunities now. So yeah, just make sure you explore all your options.
I would have to agree with John and Stephanie. Definitely visit campuses, take advantage of those opportunities that you have through high school, and also try to visit during the week. Saturdays are great, and I know it works with parent schedules, but it's a completely different campus on the weekend because you just don't see as many students out during the day. And then my other thing would be to ask questions. Use us as resources. That's what we're there for.
I think a couple of things, and I'd echo everything everybody said there. Number one, focus on net price and not sticker price. We are all private universities. Honest conference call this evening. Take a look at what your individual cost is going to be and have a conversation at home about what are you looking to spend and what is the value of that education that's there too. At the end of the day, what is that job, that grad school that you're going to get into that's there? And the other thing too, I know that we have some parents on the call tonight and it's there. Please know that you are part of this process and we understand that too. This is a combined decision as a family. And if a school is not making you feel part of that process, that should be an indicator to you of what it's not only going to be like now, but the next 4 years down the road that's there too.
So many great things. I would encourage students to have a list of questions that you want to ask, to be thinking through, okay, what's really important to me, and to ask those questions and to utilize all the resources that you have. So people like us who are here to help answer those questions, and whenever we don't have those questions, we know the people who know the answers. So please do utilize us whenever you have questions, and we're happy to get you connected.
Yeah, so kind of going off that, I also think that making friends with your admissions counselor or admissions rep maybe just admissions team who, it all kind of differs depending on college, but we really are like looking out for you and your best interests. And I think we all understand that like, there's a lot of colleges out there and it can be really stressful. And all we want to do is just find you the best place. And, if it's not with me, if it's not with them, we're all just here to help. So I think making friends with your admissions counselor, not being afraid to ask them, like, I don't know what the Common App is, or I don't know how to file the FAFSA. Like, these are all questions that we get asked, and we would love to help solve that in any way.
Those are all great answers to those questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for those gems. And also thank you participants for being here. We love that you come to hear about these schools. When you close out of the Zoom, you will have a quick 5-question survey. Make sure you give us your feedback. We want to hear from you. Make sure you sign up for more sessions. There's one happening at the top of this hour. So 15 minutes from now, you can learn about some more schools. I look forward to seeing you in there. And also tomorrow evening. This has been recorded and will be available at strivescan.com at /NACU. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.